Hey Couch Co-opers, Couch Coop here, and today we're going to be reviewing the new Fireteam trailer, which came out like yesterday, and they've changed the name of it as well, which is also quite interesting. That Elite wasn't on there before, but it's from Focus. There's some different vibes from my direction coming from me on this trailer, that's why I wanted to break it down. There's some very cool stuff in here. I was one of the bitten colonial marines casualties, but I was very into the Sierra Aliens vs Predator games, and of course I'm a huge fan of Isolation, so I know it can be done. I know we can make a good Aliens game. Let's just see what Fireteam's going to be all about. Let's watch the full trailer. I'll put a timestamp on when I'm coming back. This is like 1 minute 20 seconds long, not too bad. See you down there. This is actually the new pre-order trailer, so you get like a free Vasquez headband if you pay more money. Don't buy pre-order. No, if we all boycott pre-order, this world would be a better place anyway. This trailer did brighten my day when seeing some of the ship design on this intro. This is like Ron Cobb, pure, beautiful classic. The guy that came up with a lot of the concepts and designs for the film in Alien. And of course that bled into Aliens. So it's really great to see some awesome heritage already this early in the trailer. So here's another thing that I find really important, and it's the environment of the game. And it looks like they're going for like a sort of Hadley's Hope Hive style setup, which is great. That's Cameron's vision. It's one of my favorite sort of representations of the Hive, with the really detailed walls and that sort of spinal thing going on. We saw some of it in Alien Isolation at the end when you got to those major areas. This worries me, that scuttle. Load it down to have a closer look, and there's something very Alien 3 about it. You know, it's almost like one of the Dogbusters. It's got a slightly different autonomy. We'll get to that in a second. I wanted to touch on this red. I don't know if I'm worried about this or not. Reds are not often used in the franchise, and I haven't seen that before. It's normally deep greens or even like neon blues, so that one's an interesting choice for me. Yeah, you might have missed that. So that's not a normal facehugger. I was thinking it might have been a royal one, but it doesn't look like it's got all the leg set, and that points to something coming up later, and it's very white. Also, while we're on this screen, that's the engineers' helmets and their desks and consoles. Another interesting choice is it looks like it's nodding towards the Prometheus and Promethean canon, with the engineer homage with this statue. That's a kind of a mind blower. No games have really bridged that gap before, but then again, we haven't really had any massive games after the Prometheus movies and this franchise, so really interesting, that one for me. Also, while we're on this screen, it's the last time I'm doing this, promise, that looks like Hicks's old shotgun. Eat this! I'm not going to dwell on this one too much, but it starts harping on about character customization. That's not really hugely important for me when it comes to an Alien shooter, but it is fun to see that they show one slightly adjusted, what looks to be a smart gun user. Yeah, this one's super interesting for me. These are obviously acid spitters or acid-ridden aliens, and we have this conundrum. Developers need to mix up the attack patterns of these things, and I think acid and projectiles are going to be the way forward. Colonial completely messed that up, so that's going to be a really tough decision for them. It looks like they're continuing with this red theme and some of the aliens being completely like crimson. If you're a fan of the comics, the Dark Horse stuff, you'll know that there's a subbreed of alien that are completely red. Now this one nearly knocked me on my arse. Now this looks to be this dude mixed in with a bit of this dude, which, back to the Prometheus Covenant conversation, means that they are truly splicing this lore properly in a video game which we'd never seen before. Now this brings me back to the Sierra titles. That's looking really like a Pred alien. I know that predators are not mentioned at all in this trailer or this franchise or canon, but it seems very reminiscent with that skull shape. And of course it's got an acid ribcage thing going on. It could even be an alpha. It's very cool to see a brand new wicked looking type of alien. This piece of animation also cheers me up. It clearly shows some mastery we haven't seen on the alien since that Mortal Kombat game. But I think the biggest mystery lies with who this dude is, whether he's an alpha, because it looks like he's got a queen style head shape. So there's a lot of questions going, and that was an awesome trailer, to be fair. I'm not going to pre-order it, I'm not going to jinx it. I've had my life ruined too many times by alien games that aren't any good. Good new third-person shooters: Zombie Army 4, Vanquish, Remnant from the Ashes, Returnal. If it's a tiny bit like any of those games, we're gonna win. Let's see what happens. Watch this space. I've been Couch Coop, and of course I will see you down there.